if you're looking in a system that builds soil without the aid of humans, it takes 600 to 900 years to build 1 inch of topsoil. And we, through mulching, have built a foot of soil over about a 10-year period. And we know this because we built these buildings and chicken coops, and the whole grade on this one site is 12 inches above the foundations and stuff. We built benches that were 18 inches off the ground. Now they're like 6 inches off the ground. So I have to, we learned a few things. When you start building soil, if you're going to be putting in things like, stone benches or things like that, you've got to think about what's going to happen when you start building the soil up. So now people have to kind of squat to sit on these benches. My favorite is sheet mulching for building soil, and taking, cardboard and newspapers and putting them over plants. Like one way would be to grow a cover crop, and just when it starts to flower, like the legumes, like fava beans or bell beans or vetch, and maybe even some radish or daikon. But to have this combination of plants that you sow, and then when the nitrogen-fixing legumes start to just begin to flower, to go down and lay down cardboard and newspaper, get it wet, and then put mulch on top of that. And if it's acidic, you could, throw in a little oyster shell if you need to. If you wanted to add manure, you could add manure. You could huck a few worms underneath the cardboard and have that all be in contact with the soil. And in 3 months, you've got yourself this black, amazing, like worm casting compost. And the only thing you might be importing besides the cardboard, newspaper, and mulch is like a few seeds. And then think about how much CO2, atmospheric CO2, is being sequestered in that soil building process. Because, where did the CO2 come from to begin with? It came from plowing, logging, digging, soil disturbances. Every time you dig a hole, there's poofs of CO2 evaporate and go into the atmosphere. And so the best way to sequester them and get them back into the soil again is through plants. Photosynthesis is, the mechanism to literally suck CO2 out of the air and put it back into the ground where it belongs.